Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of the Bad Moon's Orbit. I am, as always, your keeper of secrets, Dalton Montgomery.
And I'm Darian Smart. And I'm pretty sure Warhammer is just what happens when you go too hard with the boys at the pub.
Lovely. Speaking of going too hard with the boys, today, as we talked about last episode, we are talking about Slaanesh, the god of excess, currently chained up between the realms of Ulgu and Hysh. Yep.
I wonder how that's going.
Yep. The first of the Chaos Gods to arrive in the mortal realms on technicality.
Yes.
Slaanesh remains chained in Ulgish as we start to leave the Age of Myth and head into the Age of Chaos. The chains hold despite Marathi's warnings that they aren't going to hold forever.
Wild.
Right.
Before we get into that, Dalton, do you have any fun gaming stuff?
Ooh, fun gaming stuff. Oh, I didn't think of one before we started. Actually, no. I'm going to mention a video game I've been playing. I saw this game just on a whim when they put a demo out like a year ago. It is called Cataclysmo.
Okay.
And I don't know if it's a Spanish developer or if they're just using kind of like a Spanish aesthetic, but it's kind of a fantasy post-apocalypse with like Spanish influences game, and it is a Lego inspired like castle builder defense game.
Oh, that's very cool.
Right. Just the world has ended and you are like part of an expedition to try and figure out what went wrong and try and fix it, and you are looking for perlas, just pearls that contain some power, and
pearls.
You have your little citadels, and you have like stone blocks, and you stack them up to make walls and turrets and parapets, and you put your little archer dudes on them and defend and try and seek out the truth in what's happening. It released in early access this week. I have been playing it to death. And I highly recommend it if you like it's kind of a mix of chill and like strategic, because you have all the time in the world to build up your little castle, and then you just have to hope it's good enough.
That's awesome.
It's very fun.
Nice. I want to talk about the Adventure Zone graphic novel number 6 that came out. Not the week of this recording, but the week before. Yeah. I just only got mine this week because I ordered it from Books A Million, and it took a while to get here.
Happens.
Which is fine, because then I got my poster, which is framed it on my wall with all the rest. It counts because it's the graphic novel adaptation of an actual play podcast about D&D.
Yes.
But it's also very good.
Yes.
And I won't talk about it too much, because if I talk about it at all, I'll talk about it just forever.
Yep.
But it's very good and just an excellent... I already love this story. It's my favorite. It's the thing that made me be like,
so good.
This is like an avenue, not just for like playing a game, but for like telling stories with my friends.
Yes.
And collaborating in this function.
Yes.
But also, I think the graphic novels are maybe one of the best adaptations
of
anything I've ever encountered. And that could be because the folks who actually made the original thing have full creative control with their artistic partner in making this thing now. And mayhaps that does lend a little bit into the adaptation, even in its differences, still holding true to the themes and intent and heart of the original.
Yeah.
But it kicks ass. And like, for real, I just recommend the graphic novels.
Yeah.
Like, an actual play podcasts aren't your jam, like, which for sure they're not for everyone.
Yeah.
The graphic novel is incredibly successful in relaying this tale, in some ways better than the podcast did.
Yes. It's a good story, told well. The graphic novels have an opportunity to tell it without some of the... I love the fluff, I love the like distraction and the joke telling and stuff, and the graphic novels get to cut around some of that to make it like a more cohesive story.
Yeah, or interpret the jokes in a way where they're still like funny, but it makes more sense for this character to have said that.
Absolutely.
Or like the characters are the fully realized versions of themselves, maybe not having complete their character arc, but still the version of their character that gets the arc is the character we get
know where
from
they go.
page 1 rather than arc 4.
Yes. If you heard us mention the McElroy brothers twice last episode and you're like, who's that? Now you know.
And also it'd be really wild if you listen to a podcast and didn't.
Correct.
Like, not saying you'd be wrong, but also statistically, it's highly unlikely.
Right, for sure. I think if you open a like podcasting device anywhere on Earth, one of the McElroys manifests in your house.
Yes,
so...
they have a podcast dynasty.
Yes, for sure.
But yeah, if you like graphic novels, and cool like fantasy, sci-fi adventure stories that have just a lot of heart.
Yeah.
yeah, the Adventure Zone comics just kick ass, but Suffering Game takes it to new heights.
100%.
Dalton, have you read it yet?
I haven't read the graphic novel yet. I need to.
Do you want to borrow mine?
I might. I also haven't read, like, a couple. I think I'm a little bit behind on the graphic
you can borrow
novels.
all mine.
I might. Maybe not, like, right now.
No, it also feel overwhelming to hand you all 6.
Correct.
Like, well, now I have to read all 6. But, like, yeah.
Speaking of excess, yeah.
Speaking of excess.
No. Also, I'm going to take a moment just at the top of the episode. We're still going to try and keep a fun atmosphere, but I feel a due diligence to, much like last episode, we gave a content warning about gross themes, various, like, things that might be uncomfortable to some people.
Icky.
Yeah. We're going to be talking about Slaanesh. Slaanesh is the god of excess. Throughout most of Warhammer's history, that has been interpreted as sexual excess. Themes of sexuality are going to be prevalent throughout this episode. Themes of sexuality as interpreted through a antagonistic figure, which means also I'm going to try and, like, touch around it, never directly on it, but themes of, like, sexual violence might be a thing that happens in our discussions in this episode. And
full list of any concepts or things you can find in the show notes will be cataloged, so you can view over and then assess where you're at and what content you are in the space to engage with safely, and make that decision for yourself and take care of yourself first.
Absolutely. I do also want to call out, because I'm probably going to be ranting about it throughout the episode, Slaanesh's portrayal as sexual excess is a portrayal of sexual excess that was written by British men in the 80s.
Hey, let's not forget that!
Yep. So there are going to be elements and themes of queerphobia in this episode, probably, when we're discussing that, not as a thing that the character Slaanesh in a narrative is doing, but as a thing that this villainous figure is being portrayed as, because written by British men in the 80s.
Yep.
Yeah.
So.
Yep. Back
Let's
to
go.
the fun. Yeah. Back to...
Last week we destroyed the entire realm of nature.
Yeah. Realm of life claimed by Nurgle, completely overrun by pestilence and disease. Nurgle's demons spreading like crazy. Oh, a thing I forgot to mention during last episode that's going to become more and more apparent as for what, like, Chaos's grand plan is with the realms. One of the things that Nurgle does once he has control of Gairan is he starts pouring chaos magic into realm gates.
Oh.
Yes. So all realm gates they're like tessers. I can't remember what book that's from. Reference.
Oh man, I just said to agree with you, and then I realized I actually don't know what that is. So then I was waiting for you to say it.
I can't remember what the name of the book is called, but I remember it was the thing that got me interested in, like, interesting ways to describe, like, a supernatural effect. A tesser is if you're picturing a map, and to get from one place on a map to another, you have to travel along that map. A tesser is grabbing both points where you want to be and folding the map.
It's the string in Wrinkle in Time.
Wrinkle in Time is the book. Tesser is what that's called. Yeah, it's the wrinkle. Yeah,
it's the wrinkle. Hey, that makes me happy.
We got there. Yeah, we got there.
I just remember the ant on the string, and then
you bring
Mrs.
it
Who
together.
or Mrs. What's It folding it. And
I love the Wrinkle in Time. Yeah.
Yeah, so weird.
It's so weird and so good.
So good. Stargates.
Yes. Realm gates are connections between two places in space. You can't change where they go to. They're just where space is folded in on itself because of the, like, weirdness of the realms. Nurgle pours pure chaos magic into one of the realm gates he gets his hands on.
That's not ideal. We don't want that.
Correct. It's bad. And what it does is it changes where that realm gate goes. It severs its connection to where it was supposed to go originally and links it directly to the realm of chaos.
Fuck.
Chaos just pours out of this realm gate. Demons can emerge directly into the world without a tear in it.
Wow, it's like if literally one person answered the goddamn
right. Right. It's bad. And what becomes immediately apparent to everyone who finds out about it and who knows what the stakes are is that this is Chaos's plan for this world. Chaos probably can't just, like, collapse this world like they could the world that was, because this one is made of magic. It's a lot harder to just, like,
and their
pull the plug.
Pieces are, like,
spread out. It seems like if Chaos can get their hands on enough realm gates and they can corrupt enough realm gates to lead to the realm of chaos, eventually the mortal realms will just become a part of the realm of chaos, effectively destroying them.
You just expand the realm of chaos. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Cool, man.
So bad what happened in Ghyran, but it does make Sigmar and his Pantheon a little bit aware of like what the game is.
We keep calling him his Pantheon.
Right.
And I'm going to, I mean, obviously, Dalton, you keep using that. Makes sense. I'm not telling you what to say. I'm never going to call to them as the Pantheon again because they didn't do one goddamn Pantheon thing.
It kind of
they all accepted an invitation to the club and no one showed up to a single meeting.
There should have been more planning. They should have had a weekly meeting on what they were going to do to fight chaos.
They should have had I think they should have had a retreat. There should have been some trust building games. At least everyone sits around in the circle and plays 2 truths and a lie.
So Nurgle corrupts Ghyran. We're coming off of that. That is actually like in the process of happening when we are going to cut over to Hysh, and we're actually going to move backward in the timeline a little bit in Hysh.
Mm-hmm.
It's before chaos has started to emerge into the world.
Okay.
But it is after Teclis and Tyrion have created the Lumineth, light elves of Hysh, their second attempt.
And the fish people didn't work out so well.
Yes. And Teclis has imbued them with the Teclian ladder.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. Mm-hmm. His list of things you have to do to be good in the world that he named after himself.
He just created a bunch of perfectionists with anxiety.
Correct. That is the perfect description of the Lumineth as a people. Mm-hmm. And that is baked into them to their bones because they were made by magic by Teclis. Teclis gives the Lumineth the Teclian ladder, and then he just kind of leaves. He's doing his own thing. Teclis is not at the highest rung on the Teclian ladder.
Oh, interesting. And okay, so, I guess that's interesting.
That is like we give Teclis a lot of shit. He is like aware of his own faults to an extent, but only insofar as he is confident that he can overcome them.
Well, I mean, you gotta be.
Yeah, for sure. So Teclis spends a lot of time in meditation. He spends a lot of time like projecting himself into like the realms and kind of like into the spirit like spiritual parts of the realms and searching out. But so he's just kind of absent for a little while.
Yeah.
He's still technically around.
He's
just, he's
nope, that's bad.
technically around.
No,
yeah.
That's nothing. That's nothing.
Also, I'm just going to cut in real quick and mention a correction because I have one of those because it's the thing I learned recently that I got wrong originally. Tyrion, we talked about, is blind.
Yes.
They have an inversion of Tyrion and Teclis where Tyrion always protected Teclis as the brother born with like a physical weakness because of the curse of Cain, and then they get to the new world and Tyrion is blind and he can only see through Teclis's eyes, and so they have like an inverse of that relationship. Tyrion did not appear in the realms blind. He didn't find Teclis at first, and his first thought to try and find Teclis was to follow like the like pull of magic because he figured that's where his brother would be.
Okay.
That led him to try and walk out like past the edge of the realm, just like see how far he could go towards the edges of Hysh. And all the realms are less stable away from their centers. Eventually he walked so far that he just saw what we call the border incremental, where a realm deteriorates into its pure magical essence.
Saw what he shouldn't have seen?
Yeah, he saw pure unfiltered light magic.
That'll leave you blind.
Yes.
So don't look at the sun during the eclipse.
Yeah, don't look directly at the concept of light. Yeah. So that is what blinded Tyrion, and Teclis found him shortly thereafter, and everything we talked about came. But I knew someone would be mad at me in comments about that, and we fixed it. We got it. Yeah. So Teclis is off doing his thing, expanding his mind. Tyrion's around. He's kind of doing the Tyrion thing. He's adapting to not having the use of his eyesight, especially with Teclis.
Yeah.
A little bit preoccupied. He's trying to handle what like martial stuff the Lumineth are doing. Because he is aware that chaos is coming back. He sees that as a great personal failing.
Yeah. Because he was supposed to be the shining hero to fight him back and did not.
Yep. And now he's trying to embody a role of like he was the star quarterback who like broke his Achilles and now he's come back to coach. Like that is his like he knows he's not going to be as much of an asset in the fight against chaos because of his blindness, but he's hoping that he can train the next like generation of elves to fight the fight that he couldn't win.
Yeah.
But that's really all we know about him is that he's doing that, and that's good. But the rest of the Lumineth,
Daredevil could do super cool combat whilst blind. I feel like Marshall, God of the Elves, should not be so. There's not much I can do. I can't see.
Right.
Like, I don't know, man. Go meditate on a mountain. You're a god.
I think he's got a little bit of imposter syndrome. I also have we're getting a little extra judicial here. We're getting a little bit outside the era of chaos, or the age of chaos. But I have a theory for what's going to happen with Tyrion.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
So, jumping way forward in the timeline a little bit. I'll actually use this as a time to mention now. One of the things that happens to Teclis while he's like meditating on the spirits and like expanding his mind.
So he went to meditate on the mountain.
Yes.
Okay.
Is Teclis actually makes contact with a nature spirit of Hysh.
Oh, okay.
Nature spirits are pretty plentiful on Hysh. Hysh's like inspiration to be like intellectual and thoughtful affects even its landscapes. And so you'll have spirits of mountains and rivers and like the winds who have intellect and they want to like talk and they're kind of sphinx adjacent.
Cool.
And so Teclis's mind connects with the mind of one of Hysh's moons.
Oh, yeah, the moons.
Yeah. He finds the spirit of Selenar, one of the moons of Hysh. And they're just like immediately friends. Like they are sitting in a circle talking philosophy, like swapping theories on like how magic works. Just best buddies. Jump way forward in the timeline of AOS. Teclis and Selenar in the fight against Chaos like march to war together. Teclis has a model where his Selenar is also on the model, and they're just doing
the moon.
Yeah, Selenar. I didn't put any pictures of Selenar in my visual reference because I wasn't sure if we were going to talk about him. Selenar, the spirit Selenar, manifests on the plains as a like gyrosphinx.
Cool.
Yeah, like a big winged sphinx who's got like huge horns.
Okay. Yeah.
Very majestic, very like presenceful. Cool. Yeah. So Tyrion, or not Tyrion, but Teclis and Selenar have a model in the game Age of Sigmar. Like you can play them on the table.
Cool.
Tyrion doesn't yet.
That's very interesting.
It's very interesting.
Of the god, we don't usually talk too much about like models and stuff. I've been mentioned who has of the pantheon. Yeah. Quotes. who all has models?
Teclis and Selenar. Kind of Grimnir.
Okay.
That's complicated. Grimnir might have been reborn an immortal. We're not sure.
Pin in that.
Pin in that. Marathi. Marathi's not a god, but she's a survivor.
Which is still some bullshit. Just make her a god.
Marathi has a model. Marathi has two models.
Cool.
Because little disguised Marathi and big actual snake Marathi.
Scary Marathi, yeah.
Alariel has a model. And I think, Nagash has a model. Nagash has a hell of a model.
Yeah. Does Sigmar not have a model?
Sigmar does not have a model.
Interesting. And so Gorka Morka or Gork and Morka don't have models?
No.
Interesting. Okay. So, kind of split. Like, not all of them have a model. Yeah. It's pretty common.
Yeah.
Interesting.
For sure.
Maybe we should do an episode where you explain the goddamn game to me.
Yeah, could be fun.
Like, maybe so just... once we get through some lore.
Yeah.
Ooh, maybe before we get into... Because all the games are... Like, if you're going to a tournament this weekend.
Yeah.
So all those games that are being played there are going to be played in... It's post the World of Chaos.
Yes. So the ages are the Age of Myth, which we've like cleared basically. Yes. We're getting into the Age of Chaos. The Age of Chaos where basically, like spoilers, what Nurgle did to Ghyran is going to happen elsewhere. It's going to get real bad. And then after the Age of Chaos, the like turning point where the forces of order kind of get their feet back under them and start to push back.
Oh, good.
That is the Age of Sigmar.
Okay.
That's his like triumphant return of
Warhammer
like,
Age of Sigmar.
Yeah, we're fighting back.
Cool.
Yeah. So everything is set in the Age of Sigmar.
So maybe after we finish doing the episodes that are all in the Age of Chaos and before going into Age of Sigmar, we maybe do an episode where we can do like a crash course on like, this is this game and this is the models and this is what it looks like a little bit more.
I think that'd be fun.
Because I think that would help add like kind of the layer of like the actual gameplay meta narrative that the lore is building into with the future things that are in the Age of Sigmar.
Absolutely. There's even with the launch of 4th edition that happened recently, there's even like kind of a explicit like new player like game mode for Age of Sigmar that I think would be very fun. We can get a couple people around the table and talk about like game mechanics and stuff. We'll bring Dylan on because he's got the mind for game mechanics I could not comprehend.
Fucking wild. Dylan Hunter, I can't even believe that guy. Okay, so it's not so uncommon for them not to have but the fact that Tyrion doesn't have a figure yet does feed into.
I think there is something that's happened recently in the lore. There is a city that got founded post Age of Chaos during the Age of Sigmar called the Phoenicium. Cool. It is founded by High Elves.
Thank the Phoenicians.
Yeah, exactly. But it is Phoenician as in Phoenix. They found...
I thought you were going to say fish for a second. I was like, wow, look at the fish people. They're doing so great.
they find this very powerful fire spirit.
Love it.
The Phoenix.
Oh my god, is Tyrion gonna have a fire spirit buddy?
That's kind of what I'm thinking.
I like that.
Because what happened very recently in the lore is that like the city of the Phoenician gets founded, they worship the Phoenix and they keep it and they study it and they like use its power to augment their magic. And
how does the Phoenix feel about this?
Actually, good.
Okay,
It is a partnership.
Absolutely.
Yes,
I love it. Okay, just want to check. Check.
Absolutely. Yeah, it can be outside Lumineth.
We've heard things about what's going on over there, so I gesture at the metal thing.
Yep. But they work with and study the Phoenix, and that's all great. And then very recently in the lore, the Phoenician was destroyed, burned to the ground, obliterated. Yep, does not exist anymore.
There's a fireplace.
A lady named Abraxia. She is the second in command of the Everchosen. Yeah.
And who the fuck is the Everchosen?
Archaon, our buddy from the old world.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Right. I know that's a speed run on like, here's this cool city. They have a cool Phoenix. It got destroyed.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
But long story short, the like embers of the spirit of the Phoenix got rescued from the Phoenician, did not like die in the clash.
It's a Phoenix.
Yeah, absolutely, and was explicitly taken back to Hysh to be safeguarded by the Lumineth. So I think like Phoenix magic, Tyrion, maybe some regain of the use of his sight, or just working in tandem with the Phoenix to be able to fight is like...
Yeah, maybe the Phoenix becomes his eyes.
Yeah, exactly.
That.
And it's a good contrast with Teclis and the like very cerebral, like very majestic Selenar. We get Tyrion and his a little bit more like he suffers from the rage of Cain, right?
Yeah.
A little more fiery, passionate. Like I think that would be neat. Anyways, that's Dalton's fucking crackpot theories about what's going to happen.
Hat. All right, take him off. We put him back in the box, and
back to
we're talking about.
Yeah.
Talk about Slaanesh.
Yes. 2 A's in it.
2 A's in it, huh? Excess. They want all the vowels.
Yeah. So the Lumineth are doing what Teclis told them to do. They are trying to climb the Teclian ladder. A lot of that is enlightenment. A lot of it is like mastery of magic. Some of it is looking out for your community, but the Lumineth tend to be very like individualistic. The Teclian ladder is a personal journey. And so we get these really cool advancements of the Lumineth, these magics they develop to help others, to safeguard and ward against disease and help with crop growth that they like teach to, like they take over to Ghyran and help them out there. One of the weirdest, all of the like Lumineth split into, because Hysh loves order, Lumineth split into these like 10 great nations that all kind of focus on different aspects of magic. They're not the focus, so I didn't write them down, but the one I want to highlight is Ymetrica, which is a extremely weird like nation of the Lumineth.
Okay.
Because they hyper focus on life magic. They are on the realm of light, and so most Lumineth practice light magic. But Ymetrica focuses on life magic. They learn a lot from Ghyran, and they see it as their duty to promote the Lumineth like as a race. Like there should be more Lumineth because it's hard to rescue souls from Slaanesh.
Yeah.
So we should promote like public programs to encourage people to have kids and like raise them and stuff.
Childcare.
Yeah, and they started
tax credits.
Yeah, and they started that. And then as that Lumineth, like, nagging desire for perfection and for more and to go above and beyond starts to get to them.
Okay.
People aren't having kids fast enough. So what's a solution? We identified a thing that we think is a problem, and we're going to come up with a solution.
Oh, no.
And that's a long way of saying that Ymetrica invents magical clones.
Oh, neat!
Yeah.
You've told me this before. I remember this.
Yep.
What the fuck, guys?
Incredible. So that is kind of the vibe that starts to happen with the Lumineth. Is they speed run like creating a utopia, like all the normal kind of like social program, magic to aid with like manual labor, like covering all of the kind of base wants and needs of like the Lumineth people. And they still need to go higher. They still need to do more. That sense of perfection, that
we didn't solve the problem yet.
Yes, being raised in a society that values competition leads to what it inevitably leads to. Not to shade everyone in America listening to this podcast.
But we will.
Yeah.
We'll do it again.
The Lumineth start seeking ways to prove themselves against each other.
Oh, Hans, no.
it's not enough that we've solved all the problems. Now we have to strive for more. And
just invent the Olympics and get it over with.
I mean, they kind of do.
Jesus.
Well, they do literally invent the Olympics.
Uh-huh.
There is just like a sports competition for the Lumineth where you are allowed to use magic. And so there's like the magical augmentation
that's
becomes
fun.
that's interesting. That's
I
fun.
don't hate that, yeah.
Again, this is when Umetrica gets into cloning, where they've like solved other problems, and so they're trying to adapt to something else.
No, this is how we get on the eugenics train.
Yeah. The highest, like, accomplishing Lumineth, like, master a bunch of other stuff. They've done all they can in like these areas and fields and stuff. There's no more problems left for them to solve in like all of the fields that they see deemed valuable, except the big one, right? Because the Lumineth know chaos is coming.
Yeah.
So we should do something about that, right?
Yeah.
If we put a lot of effort into doing something that at first blush seems bad.
Oh no.
But the end goal is fighting chaos.
Oh, there's that techless mentality.
Yep.
There's that techless.
Oh, they are his children, huh?
No, that apple don't really fall far from the tree, do it? Far from the niece sacrificing, God murdering tree, do it?
A lot of words to say that the highest echelons of Lumineth society start making weapons.
Okay. To fight chaos?
Mm-hmm. Sure.
Stop it!
That's the justification, but remember, chaos hasn't reared its head yet.
Yeah.
And it's
in any
competition. Yeah.
Oh,
they very quickly...
This is what we called the Cold War.
Correct. You got there, yeah. Very quickly they outstrip things like, ooh, we made a better, like more improved staff for the ground troops, and they get immediately to, this makes a black hole. Like, this erases a chunk of reality from existence. This unwinds time over like a 30-mile radius. The Lumineth basically become professional weapon of mass destruction makers.
Neat!
With the pretense that all of this is fine.
We're only going to use it on chaos.
Exactly. Of course, it'd be terrible.
Yeah.
It'd be terrible if any of this got used on anybody else, but it's fine because we're just going to use it on chaos. And then I'm going to make a much bigger one next week because I've got to get back at that dipshit Alarith in the next tower over.
Who beat my last thing? You said my last thing had a flaw in it. Fuck you!
So the Lumineth just make these horrifying weapons of mass destruction, like reality unwinding spells that they have under lock and key, but they're also showing off because it's a competition.
It's a competition. They're perfectionists with anxiety.
Mm-hmm.
And daddy issues because they're God up and left.
Yep. As with any competition, again, don't hate me, audience. As with any competition with no rules.
Yeah, the Olympics just started.
Yeah. As with any competition with no like rules or regulations.
Gotta have rules.
Very quickly, the opportunity cost of innovating was outstripped by the opportunity cost of sabotage.
Oh, sure.
Mm-hmm. Why put all the effort into making the bigger and better spell if you can just not kill, but,
just perhaps maim or seriously injure.
Yeah, or even just cast a hex on him so his brain doesn't work so good anymore.
Jesus.
Like, why put all the effort into pioneering new methods of spell casting when you can just get under someone's skin and make them worse at competing against you? Lumineth perfection turns into pride, turns into sabotage.
Is all just dark academia.
Yeah, basically, yeah. And eventually that becomes too much.
Yeah, I'm sure pretty quickly it became too much.
The clandestine aspect of it doesn't last. Very quickly, factions form of Lumineth who just despise each other for each other's work, who are all trying to compete to be the best. And look what we've got in the back room.
Just a goddamn nuclear bomb.
And
also a chaos demon.
Yeah, I was going to say, Lumineth society very briefly erupts into full-on civil war. Factions form, they've got all these weapons, they start
very scary.
Blasting each other, and the grand heightened wizards towers that they built to do all their studies and stuff in collapse.
Oof.
And that event is known as the Spirefall.
Good name.
Yeah. And it is the event of excess and competition and perfection that is so grand as to tear a rift in the realm of Hysh and let, not Slaanesh, because Slaanesh is already here, but Slaanesh's demons in, drawn to the pride of the Lumineth.
Yeah. It's like a goddamn lighthouse.
Yeah, we have a picture of the Spirefall in the visual reference.
Let me go ahead and pull that up.
Yeah.
I guess not a lighthouse. The lighthouse is meant to tell you to stay away from that spot.
True.
So that's more like a moth to a flame.
Yes, that's a good comparison.
Yeah, with some folks who are dead and one person who looks like sobbing in grief.
Yeah, it tends to what happens.
Yeah. They did bad.
They did very bad.
Yeah. Okay.
All under the pretense of doing good, right?
Well, they're
ain't that
kids.
just techless? Yeah.
Yep. Look what you did.
So one thing that's really interesting.
We should have stuck with the fish people.
We should have stuck with the fish people. They're fine.
They're fine.
They're hanging out. Yeah.
They haven't destroyed themselves.
Yeah, they have to raid the coastline for souls, but whatever.
But also, that's not.
Nobody's perfect. Yeah.
Nobody's. But also, that's because maybe rather than trying to repair this element of them, they were going to get destroyed.
Right. Yeah.
I feel like this is just Teclis's fault again.
I mean, yeah.
Yes, they have to raid the coastline for souls, but you know what? They aren't building weapons that will create a black hole in unraveled time.
Right.
They haven't gone through a civil war.
Most things are Teclis's fault. It's
Most
fine.
things are Teclis's fault.
So Slaanesh's demons enter into Hysh, and they are losing it. So one thing we haven't really touched on yet is that two demons, the presence of their god is just kind of a given, right?
Oh, yeah, okay.
Like Nurgle demons know where Nurgle is. He's in the garden.
Yeah.
And he's a constant...
You can go see him anytime.
He's a constant presence. When a Khorne demon returns to the realm of chaos, they can see the brass citadel.
Mm-hmm.
They can see Khorne atop the throne. Slaanesh has been missing from the Six Circles, which is Slaanesh's corner of the realm of chaos.
6.
Yeah. Slaanesh has been missing from the Six Circles for basically the entire Age of Myth.
Yeah, that's a long time.
By any estimate, yeah, is like eons. Like, it's an extremely long time. And Slaanesh's demons have just been in the realm of chaos. Like, they don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
And very suddenly, like, a crack opens up for them to pour into Hysh, and they've been losing it.
Yeah,
right?
Very unraveling into madness,
yeah,
I would
like,
imagine.
What the fuck happened to Slaanesh?
Yeah.
How can things happen to Slaanesh?
Yeah.
And so Slaanesh's demons pour into... In Slaanesh's absence, Slaanesh's demons have kind of split into 3 broad factions.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Like, they don't have the unifying presence of Slaanesh anymore. Like, all Tzeentch demons know what Tzeentch wants them to do.
Yeah.
But
if the Slaanesh demons have to guess.
Yeah.
So guessing, that's the problem.
Yeah. The first are the Godseekers, and they do exactly what they say on the tin.
They're gonna look for Slaanesh.
Yep, they're here to look for Slaanesh. They were looking all over the realm of chaos for Slaanesh, and now that they are in the mortal realms, they're gonna look for Slaanesh here. The invaders are business as usual. They are just pretending like Slaanesh is still around, and they're gonna...
This is the last standing orders.
Yeah.
Continue to follow them.
They're gonna go out and corrupt mortals and take stuff over and do what Slaanesh would want them to do. The last is my favorite. They are the pretenders.
Whoa, what?
They think Slaanesh is gone.
Oh.
It's over. They need to anoint a new Slaanesh.
Okay, I mean, yeah.
The only issue, not the only issue, but the new issue, or the main issue with that, is that every single Slaaneshi demon is possessed of Slaanesh's own pride.
Yeah.
And so every single pretender demon thinks that the new Slaanesh is going to be them.
Yeah.
And so we don't know if they could actually, like, supplant Slaanesh, especially since Slaanesh isn't actually gone. Like, if somehow Slaanesh was able to be killed, one of their demons probably would grow into, like, a similar role.
Yeah.
But they're not going to work together to do it.
No.
Because all of them want it to be them. But all of those, like, splintered factions emerge into the world and immediately set about doing the thing that they are planning on doing. They fight the Lumineth. They start getting into the heads of mortals and corrupting them. And Slaaneshi demons spread across Hysh like wildfire. Because as much as the Lumineth were like preening and had their pretense of like, ooh, we're developing all these weapons of mass destruction
God, I hate these
to
people.
fight, right? To fight chaos as soon as they show up. It is not a hard push to get some of those Lumineth that were just fighting a civil war to go, cool, this is my edge in that big civil war we were just fighting. I'm going to side with Slaanesh. Yep. Pride, excess, perfection.
Is your fault.
It is absolutely Teclis's fault. Teclis and Tyrion spring to the defense of Hysh, obviously.
Good.
Yeah. But they are, like, the Lumineth are still kind of embroiled in a civil war. Slaaneshi demons.
Like, what the fuck happened?
Pretty much. He's like, I gave you a ladder. Like,
it's like, what do you gave him a ladder? What does that mean? How is a ladder supposed to help?
Mr. Policeman, I gave you all the clues. And that is why Tyrion and Teclis don't answer the call to Gairan. It's because they are fighting Slaaneshi demons, emergence, and Hysh. Yeah. It's not ideal, but they have to defend their own realm. Put your air mask on before helping others. They probably should have tried to defend Gairan, because that's where all the food's coming from.
Yeah, again, the food is put on your mask first, unless the place where the air is going to come from is being actively set on fire. Maybe punch out the guy setting it on fire and then put your mask on.
But both of them are the most powerful at their most powerful on Hysh. They know how the Lumineth fight. They know what the Lumineth they're capable of.
That's the other problem of the whole Pantheon concept, is that all of the deities are specifically most powerful on their home turf.
Yes.
And so they have no incentive to leave their home turf to go help someone else if someone else's home turf is under attack, because they're like, well, I'm not most powerful there, so I won't be helpful. I gotta stay here in case my place gets wrecked. Like, it
could have been a boon, like, ooh, we have someone protecting every corner of the realms, if people had been as devoted to that, like, protection as Sigmar was.
Yeah.
Because again, I want to reemphasize, Azir's fine.
Yeah.
Azir's gonna be fine. Like,
yeah. The other thing about that, though, is, especially with Ilaria, like, she was doing what Sigmar told her to do. He said, we need to grow. And she's like, got it, boss.
Yep.
Don't ever come to my house again. But okay. Like, and so she was growing stuff and sending the resources out. I'm sure, actually, would have had a much, much harder time becoming chaos-proof if they were having to grow their own food there.
Yes. Yeah. There is a tragedy to chaos coming back into the realm, because it is both a story of people doing what they were supposed to. Like, if the Lumineth's like pursuit of like magical weapons to fight chaos had been genuine, hadn't been haunted or hadn't been tainted by that like aura of competitiveness, that very Teclian like having to prove your perfection, it genuinely would have been a huge, but like they could have,
oh, they're here, break the glass, look, it would have been like, oh, check it out, oh, James Bond, you're gonna go on a quest, let me show you all these gadgets I've made for you. You're gonna have a great fucking time.
Nurgle is the only chaos god that made it in without the aid of mortals, and if everyone else had like been able to keep a lid on, basically, then they could have swooped in, pushed Nurgle back out, Gairan, and everything would have been fine.
They would have just rolled up and it like, hi, I've been in a thing, it unravels time and creates a black hole. Yeah. No problem. We'll be done by lunch.
Yeah. But they couldn't, and that's part of the tragedy of it, right? And then there's like that oil and water element. Gorka Morka was never going to be able to stay in the Pantheon long term, and Sigmar didn't give him like enough to do. Yeah. Didn't consider. There's still a little bit of that like Sigmar like kind of hubris. Yeah. My way is the right way, and I will tolerate Gorka Morka while he's fighting big monsters for me, but I'm not going to make concessions for him. I'm not going to make him feel like he is also contributing to this. Yeah. I'm just going to point him at stuff I don't like and assume that he's okay with that. And that is kind of where it falls apart.
Yeah. Like, oh, he started building walls. Like, maybe you could have just, like, if you were agreed to leave Ilaria's place alone, maybe you should have left Gorka Morka's alone.
Yeah, 100%. But Slaaneshi demons pour into Hysh. They very quickly cross over into Ulgu. Hysh and Ulgu are
right there. Yeah.
Yeah, internally linked. They can't get into Ulgish, thankfully. They can't find Slaanesh. Part of the reason, I can't remember if I said this during the Hysh and Ulgu episodes, part of the reason they're able to bind Slaanesh and Ulgish is because it is the opposite of excess. It is the It's the point directly between light and darkness.
Mm-hmm.
It is as gray as you can possibly be.
Just the ultimate medium.
Yeah. And that's why they can bind Slaanesh there. It is the most antithetical to them.
Mm-hmm.
And so the demons of Slaanesh can't enter Ulgish because it's also completely antithetical to them.
Yeah.
And so they find their way into Ulgu, where Malarian and Marathi are like, what the fuck did you guys do?
Yeah. Here's what's wild. If you had asked me to guess where they were going to show up, I definitely... Well, to be fair, Marathi just got a bad rap, so I bet everyone was just assuming she would be the problem.
Yeah.
She was not the problem here.
Like, say what you will, not the problem this time. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sure she's been the problem in a lot of other small ways, but she's incredibly ambitious, and for some reason we just didn't make her a god. I feel like she's just a god at this point.
She's certainly one of the biggest religious leaders in all the realms, which is impressive for not being a god amongst gods.
Well, she just rolls up and like, I got this god's heart. Don't worry, I'm in charge.
Again, like, and people don't know that still. Like,
she's supposed to know that.
Yeah, she's just like, I have the favor of Cain. Look, and she's holding the heart behind her back and using it to do magic, right? Like, as far as most of the elves are concerned, Cain's still alive.
It's so funny.
It's so good.
I think Marathi's my favorite.
She's so good. I love Marathi.
Like,
I love
she's just
Marathi.
the most.
She's so good.
But like, unlike Teclis, who's also the most, Marathi is just like she's putting in the work.
Yeah, we support women's wrongs.
Yes. Did I get a little Marathi figure? I imagine it's not little. Well, the little one's little.
The little one's little. It comes with the big one, though. So it's, yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't mind that.
It might be worth it. You could probably find like a one on eBay or something, too. Because people trade Warhammer figures on eBay all the time.
Yeah. They just released some like official Shadowhunters merch for like the first time ever, including the Mortal Cup, which is just this big gaudy golden goblet with like giant red rubies all over it.
Hell yeah.
And I'm like, I want it, not just because it's the Shadowhunters thing, which is like one of my core fandoms, but like also, I make a lot of very silly videos for my music and mythology, and sometimes I feel like I just use a wine glass often, which is fine for Aphrodite, but I feel like other deities should have a big gaudy golden cup.
I do like that. I do like that a lot.
I'm going to spend money on a prop. I feel like it's got to be that one.
Hell yeah.
But I did get a little guy at the con.
Yeah, I was going to say, I've been looking for Guy Warhammer,
Yeah, Guy Warhammer. He lives on the bookshelf next to the ElfQuest books, because that's where he fit.
He's such a little guy.
He's a little guy. I
like it. The paint job was very good. I really appreciate it. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, thank you. The person was very great. And they even told us about dry brushing.
Hell yeah. Yes, dry brushing's awesome.
Yeah,
I love dry
brushing.
brushing.
That was really cool.
It's good technique.
I just did it. I'm like, I could definitely see... If I let myself, I would get super fucking into this.
Right.
This is incredibly zen.
Right.
And I'm just like, I'm making the active choice not to allow myself to do that.
That's
However,
completely
I can
fair.
see a branching path where I was like, this is my new thing.
Right. But yeah, Slaaneshi demons cross into Ulgu and start causing havoc there. Realistically, Slaaneshi demons just kind of get everywhere. Demons of excess, they go wild with it. So let's talk about those demons a little bit. We got go back to the visual aid a little bit.
Hello.
I am going to start with a bad vibe because the first, or like the most basic of Slaaneshi demons are the worst named.
Oh, okay.
So remember how I talked about Slaanesh is a 80s British man idea of like sexual deviancy? Some 80s British man said, we need a baseline demon for our sex god.
Okay.
What is that demon going to be called?
And does it be like, oh, there's a concept called a succubus and an incubus, and that already exists in culture, so we could just definitely use those terms and like change a couple vowels around.
Didn't do that.
Interesting.
Instead, what they did is, what do we do to communicate that this demon is a sex demon? And someone said, we call them demonettes. We just put a feminine affix on their name.
That's extra bad.
And
also lazy.
Right.
It's both bad and lazy.
Right.
And they haven't changed the name?
No. God, I wish. Yeah, right?
It'd
be so easy.
Yeah. For a stupid reason.
Right. It'd be so easy.
Reason.
They're not even feminine. Like a whole huge thing about Slaanesh's demons is that they are... We have what I like to think of... So I'm going to preface this whole section talking about Slaanesh and Slaanesh's history and Slaanesh's demons by saying that I think Slaanesh is the best example of the like Warhammer writing team using the opportunity afforded to them by AOS like destroying the old world and starting a new one to reframe a lot of stuff about Slaanesh.
Okay.
Like that is, they took a lot of that unfortunate, uncomfortable history and they said, we can keep the core interesting aspects of that and tool it so that it is less cringe and bad, basically.
Cool. Yeah. Succubus.
Right.
Like it's right there.
Right. There is a very interesting clash of meta and in fiction where all of Slaanesh's demons have this kind of unnatural androgyny to them.
I was saying, they are given really, fuck the gender binary.
Yeah, yeah.
And for that, I love it.
I was going to say, it's an interesting...
I clocked at first, I'm like, okay, they look like sexy demon ladies. And I looked again, and I'm like, no, they don't.
Yeah. They have... Again, it's a interesting... So, you ask an 80s British man, what is your idea for an entity that is both and neither male and female? And they say, just staple the left half of a woman's body onto the right half of a man's.
It does also look like that.
Yes.
That there is, sometimes they have a breast, and then on the other side they do not.
Yeah. And that is the meta reason for why Slaaneshi demons look like that, is just because that was how a British person could think of androgyny in the 80s. But in AOS and even in later times of Warhammer Fantasy, that got reframed a little bit to, no, this isn't just 80s British man being out of touch. This is a demon, a creature that does not experience sexuality or have a good concept of reproduction or material life. No,
because demons just make demons.
Yeah.
It's the head demon making demons,
right?
That's what it is.
This is an entity like that is completely disconnected from these concepts, trying to mimic it. This is not 80s British band's idea of an androgynous figure. This is Demon's idea of an androgynous figure. And that kind of works. I like that.
Yeah, trying to be this is what we got to work with, and being but this trying to really lean into the demons would have no strong concept for what this actually means to these mortal figures, because they don't. They get mass, and they get war, and they get violence, and they get the concept of excess, but this hyper specific idea.
Yes.
The demons literally don't have that.
Yeah. Demons of Slaanesh understand pleasure. They understand excess, but they don't know why people experience those things as they relate to sex.
Yeah.
And so they're just trying to mimic it convincingly in a way to provoke excess, right?
Yeah.
Demonettes, so demonettes are the baseline, and I hate how they're named, do possess a supernatural allure to them. They can project a glamour where they look like whoever is looking at them most desires.
Totally.
That can be sexual. That can literally be they look like a merchant with bags of gold. It's anything. And that's again, I think that's a fun reframing of excess is not purely a sexual concept.
Yeah.
They, in battle, are masters of incapacitating people.
Oh.
Killing a person isn't excess. They just cease to exist.
Yeah.
But incapacitating them and then taunting them with the things they want.
Oh, that's horrible.
Yep. It's Slaaneshi demons are bad. Slaanesh is weird because the way that Slaanesh is evil can get bad in a real way. Hopefully no one listening to this podcast has been subject to their family being murdered by an axe murderer. But you might have experienced people being creepy at you.
Yeah.
And that can be how Slaanesh comes across a lot of the time because that's their domain.
There's each of the demons I think have a potential for someone to have experienced something like that, but it is not common.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the aspects of Slaanesh are very, very common and just oftentimes allowed and encouraged.
Yeah.
In the real world.
Rough. But that's basically it for demonettes, and I'm happy because now I don't have to say their name anymore.
Fantastic. Let's go to the next one.
Yeah.
Oh, listen. This is very upsetting, but in the way that it's supposed to be, because it's a demon.
Yeah. That is an infernal and rapturous.
Hey, look a name we spent a little bit more time on.
Yeah, right?
I mean, also has a feminine
yeah.
element wherein I don't think any of the other demons we encountered
correct.
Did every demon we encountered just look like monster, and these ones definitely look like they have... Ooh, I like this next one. Sorry, I zoomed in and I shouldn't
No, you're
have yet,
good.
but I'm really into whatever this next one is. So let's talk about the Enrapturous.
Yeah. They are demons of musical talent.
Yeah.
They play instruments made out of mortals.
Yeah.
When a mortal musician seeks to surpass their own skill, they might call out to Slaanesh to bless them to make the most beautiful music, and Slaanesh obliges.
Oh, yeah, totally. This in the City of Heavenly Fire book in the Shadowhunter series by Cassandra Clare, they go to an alternate reality, like the darkest timeline world, wherein was it Heavenly Fire? No, it wasn't Heavenly Fire. It was Queen of Air and Darkness, I think. Sorry, guys. There's a lot of these books. So they go to one, and they go to the darkest timeline where because it's in the original 6 books, what if our hero failed and she was killed? Right. And the demon prince won, right? And so they're traveling through this world, and they do see like a demons, and they have this human, and they have, content one of this whole thing, pulled out their nervous system from them and are playing it like a violin. Yeah, that's very much what's happening there. I think that's supposed to be, like heartstrings specifically. So let's talk about the next demon. It was a good natural stopping part for the Infernal Enrapturous. The other one on that page, you scrolled over to briefly for a second. I like them. Yeah, the Contorted Epitome. That's good. Right? Yeah. I know, they got better at naming stuff. I just wish they'd changed demonettes. Yeah, that's really... I'll even give you Enrapturous. I'll give that one to you. That's... Because it's got other things going on. Yeah, absolutely. And these are great. Contorted Epitome, yeah. They look like they would get along with our jester friends from the last episode. Yes, what were their names absolutely. Again? Sloppity Bile Pipers. Sloppity Bile Pipers. Thank you so much. I feel like they and the Sloppity Bile Pipers can put on their own awful demon circus. Yeah, they're like kindred spirits, even if they're not, they are opposed to each other. Slaanesh and Nurgle are rivals. Yep. Right. But they are of a similar mind. Star-crossed true. Yeah. Contorted Epitomes are the rare Slaaneshi demon that like to work together. Slaaneshi demons, inheritors of Slaanesh's pride, often don't work well in groups. But Contorted Epitomes love each other. They love being together. And so they are often entrusted with a Mirror of Absorption. That's that thing between them. A Mirror of Absorption is not a demonic artifact. It is a thing made by mortals that Slaanesh has nevertheless claimed ownership of. Track mirror. Yeah, for sure. A mortal man once trapped in the 6 circles of Slaanesh fashioned a magical artifact to try and trap Slaanesh so that he could escape. How'd that go for him? Bad. Yeah. He made a Mirror of Absorption. Any mortal who gazes into a Mirror of Absorption sees their most unpalatable desires reflected back on them, things that are not acceptable in society. Why did he think making that would do it? Because he thought Slaanesh's own depravity would be so grand that it would trap them. Okay, but it just didn't work. No. Okay. Okay, I get it. For a mortal, it's the pleasure of seeing a thing that is your like deep dark desire mixed with the shame of it being displayed back to you that kind of traps you. But Slaanesh's desires are endless and their shame is nothing. Yeah. So that didn't work. No. Slaanesh, in fact, loved it. They loved seeing all their deepest, darkest desires reflected back to them. Did we turn that dude into one of the greater demons? No, he's just still in the 6 circles, and Slaanesh forces him to make more mirrors. Oh my god, it's like what happens to the poor Mad Hatter in Once Upon a Time. Oh. But yeah, Slaanesh thought the mirrors were so amusing, such a party trick, that they basically commissioned more of them. And so funny. Right. Oh my god. Bestows them upon Contorted Epitomes to carry into battle. Which is fascinating. Yeah, they give me Edward and Lydia vibes, speaking of suffering game. Yeah. Oh yeah. They're terrible, but they're terrible in pairs. Yeah. And we love a match set. Yeah. You'll actually want to slide back in the back to the demonettes for this next one. Okay. Do you see those kind of lizard horse looking things? The awful anteaters? Yeah. Yeah. Those are called, they're not called seekers, but people who ride them are called seekers. Okay. They're just called steeds, which is weird. But they are a type of Slaaneshi demon. Yeah.
They're not sentient. They're animals, basically. They're kind of a beast of Nurgle equivalent.
Totally.
But they are still Slaaneshi animals. So they live in the six circles. Mortals can lure them onto the material plane to use them as mounts, or demons will take them as mounts.
And do we want to do that thing?
Yeah, they are stupid fast. Most cool. Slaaneshi stuff is stupid fast. That's like their defining board game characteristic, is that they're extremely fast. And so Seekers make great mounts for people skilled enough to ride them. But they're still Slaaneshi creatures. So to lure a steed to you to ride, you either have to make a blood sacrifice to it, or tempt it with a display of jewelry. It's so funny to me for some reason.
I like that.
Yeah.
Cool, man.
Yeah, you just gotta impress them.
Yeah. If I look materialistic, why would you approach me without materials?
Right. But that's all for them. I just think they're funny because you have to give them jewelry.
Just called steeds?
Yeah.
Just went real, like, either got really creative or super lazy with these names.
Yeah. The next one's very weird.
Okay.
Just gonna warn you ahead of time. It's another terrible anteater.
There's a lot going on here.
It's another terrible anteater.
It's like a bad Pokemon.
Spoilers. This one might not show up in the visual reference because it does just have like 8 boobs.
It does, in fact, have 8 boobs. Yeah, that's true. I didn't even clock that. I was too busy trying to figure out how its legs work.
They're human legs. It just has 4 of them, and they're arranged wrong.
Yes. Okay. I see. Because they also kind of look equine?
Yep. They're just wrong. That is called a fiend. They're like the weirdest demon. And I don't know why they're Slaaneshes, if we're being real.
Listen, if we're talking about excess,
that's
having
true.
A lot going on.
That's true.
Yeah, it's interesting that we've got steed and then we've got fiend.
Yeah.
And those are just like, yeah, I mean, you don't want to give it like an adjective?
Right. We just came off of Infernal and Rapturous.
Yeah, we could do something chimeric, fiend, or something like that.
Right.
I don't know, even just calling it Seeker Seed and making that specifically instead of just, that's the steed.
Yeah.
It's just, I wonder, like, why? Especially if it's like, Slaanesh is about excess, then everything should have the most elaborate titles. We should be talking adjectives and adverbs for days.
You would think, but yeah, we just get fiends instead, which is an odd one. Fiends are not sentient. They're also like beasts like steeds are, but they do have 2 very odd like quirks about them. One is that they're singing all the time.
How?
Right?
With that mouth?
Right?
And their tongue?
Right.
What are they singing? Just the song of their people?
All we know is that fiends sing constantly. It sounds lovely to other Slaaneshi demons and mortals devoted to Slaanesh, and terrible to everyone else.
It's like in DuckTales 2017 when Daisy hears Donald speaking, just interpreted to her as like very eloquent and very strong. Because she just loves him so much. Right. She understands him perfectly. And everyone else, it's just Donald fucking Duck.
Yeah, basically. They sing constantly. They give off something that is, I'm sorry, it's called their musk. That you can smell them, and that enraptures you to them.
And then they're going to snip you in half with their scorpion claws.
Yeah. Or they're going to cut your tendons so the demonettes can come
and just torment you forever.
Yeah.
That's right. They won't just cut you in half. They'll just snip you. They look too big for that kind of fine surgery.
They are also beasts. They might just cut you in half because that's their nature. Or maybe there's a bigger battle to get to, right? Like, but yeah, they're just terrible, like too many limbs, smell good, sing bads.
Yeah. This is awful.
Right.
It's a fiend.
Yeah, it's a fiend.
It's a fiend that deserved an adjective, though.
Right. Mm-hmm. Like I don't know, a singing fiend even would work. Sonorous fiend.
Melodious fiend.
Yeah.
Well, sonorous is better, because sonorous is an awful sounding word. Sonorous fiend. Yeah, weird.
Absolutely. Right.
Perplexing. Okay.
Right.
Just continue on. Are other names just...
No, we have a good one next.
Okay.
It's the one I used for the intro of the episode.
Hey!
We have a Keeper of Secrets.
I like him.
Right.
I like them.
Keepers of Secrets are the greater demons of Slaanesh. This is their equivalent of like a great unclean one or a bloodthirster.
They got goat legs.
Oh, yeah. Goats and crustaceans are like Slaanesh's animals. Yeah. Goat legs, goat faces a little bit sometimes. And then crab claws, or even like crab legs occasionally are like very Slaanesh-y. I don't know why. I don't know if there's something particularly sexy about crabs. Actually, we litigated this. It's you said it was probably carcinization, where everything eventually evolves to be a crab. Yeah. And I like that. I don't know if it's intended, but I like it.
Everything becomes crab.
Yeah.
It also makes it just, okay, if we're going to like really dive into this thing, which is like just us playing, demon not getting why sexy.
Yeah.
Kind of works for, it's like, okay, don't get, but everything become crab. Therefore, crab sexy?
Yeah, absolutely.
Therefore, crab good? All thing like crab?
Yeah. There's like a danger to it. I'm not going to pretend to understand sexual allure, but...
Yeah. That's also not what...
Yeah, we're...
Oh, wow, it's two ace people talking about
the two worst hosts for this segment.
But the idea of like trying to be like... But also it feels like... He's like, but no, just a lot. Just a lot. And for some reason, this is a thing that a lot of mortals will engage in a lot of.
Yep.
So this has got to be... It's like they're like, we got to take this class. But no one really gets it.
No.
And they're just like, but boob and peck?
Yeah.
But crab?
But perfect. Yeah. We did it.
But crab.
Keepers of Secrets are everything that Slaanesh like wants from a creature. They are performers before they're anything else.
Again, this looks like the ringleader of that bad circus.
Yeah. Keepers of Secrets are aristocrats. The fabrics and stuff they wear are often procured from like real life. They don't like spawn in with those. They will actually go out and seek like clothing made by mortals to adorn themselves with, and like jewelry and stuff. They are connoisseurs. No, they just kill the person and take it. Like...
No, but no one has this body type.
In a fantasy world, like
okay. What creature has the goat legs? These goat legs
I
stockings.
mean, there are big goat people.
No, for real though?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, never mind. My bad.
But also, like, they'll make their own modifications. The crab claws are good for that. They're also just like Slaaneshi demon tailors. Anything that can be considered an art, there's a Slaaneshi demon who will do it.
Bet. Okay, that tracks.
They relish
They go and ransack some Joannes.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
A few Joannes.
They love the over-the-top like aestheticism of Slaanesh, just trying to be the most, be like out there catching Slaanesh's gaze as their best performer, as their greatest like aristocrat, basically.
So now that we have stepped away from the excess focusing on all the sexy time stuff and have got into just being the best performer, this might be the one that I fall for.
Oh, I love Slaanesh stuff. Like I said,
this might be the one that gets me.
Right. Slaanesh is the... Like I said, Slaanesh is the most improved, I think, from Warhammer Fantasy, where they really stepped back and said, hey, like, this is what it means to be like a demon of excess, to be a creature of excess, what it means to pursue excess as a mortal. Yeah, and that's like, fascinating. So also...
Sex? No, thank you. Okay. How about Spotlight? Hello! Yes, it is I!
Listen, I'm also not going to pretend like Slaanesh isn't a huge hit in like queer communities. It's
I was sitting here thinking the whole time, oh no!
It's the Mufasa like Ursula effect, right? Where there's are characters who are villainous because of the haze. Scar, yes, thank you. Scar and Ursula, they're villainous, and they have like kind of queer tendencies because of the Haze Code, so queer people latch onto them as characters they can relate to. Like Slaanesh has a little bit of that.
And also Ursula literally based off of a drag queen.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
But like a lot of that flamboyancy and a lot of like, hey, watch out, the bad guy's the gay.
Yes.
But also being like, yeah, it sucks, but also this feels like the only character who has a lot of agency going on in this film.
Yes.
So...
One of the things that sets us apart favorably, watch out everybody, it's the part of the episode where we rant about 40k. One of the things I think sets us apart from the 40k community is because AOS has taken a more direct approach in trying to like make Slaanesh a more interesting character. You get a lot more unironic like love of Slaanesh and like Slaaneshi characters from like the queer community, as opposed to 40k where you get anything queer posted in like a 40k community is going to have 100,000 people under it saying heresy and posting gifts of flamethrowers.
Neat.
Because
super cool, fam.
Oh, look, that's a Slaaneshi thing. That's a joke no one's ever made before, and I'm gonna get real weird about it. Anyways, not a 40K podcast.
Not a 40K podcast.
Thank God. Keepers of Secrets have the like Demonette glamour thing cranked up to 1 million. You see whatever you want when you look at a Keeper of Secrets, right up until you don't. Very cool. They relish in the like reveal and the prestige of like
the prestige.
Psych, I'm actually a huge crab monster. Like,
and I'm just like, you know what? I'm not mad.
Yeah.
This is great. What you got going on? I'm not mad.
Looking directly upon a Keeper of Secrets fills your whole brain with like what could be.
Damn, that's
right.
rough.
Yeah, right. No, it's exhilarating.
Maybe
it's
I am mad
enthralling.
because they turned it into a goat crab monster that looks fabulous. That's impeccably tailored corset.
The effect is so powerful that even people who like shake the initial glamour are still like off put by it.
Oh,
like
for sure.
like people trying to fight a Keeper of Secrets, just their sword arm is off, their muscle memory's gone.
I mean, you feel like you just woke up from the dream where you had everything you ever wanted.
Yeah. Even on the level of like they're shaking at the knees. They're going to ask the girl out to the prom, and their voice is failing them. Except they're in a sword fight with a giant demon. Like. The worst thing she could say is sword slashes across your chest, you're on fire. That's a deep reference for people who I didn't share that meme to earlier today.
God, it's so fucking funny. And that's why it's important to establish your genre before the campaign. I love a cape. I love that this Secret Keeper's cape is like attached at their wrist, but not where you would expect it to be. Like it's not a storm thing going on.
You can just imagine them like flailing it in battle to do like a ribbon dancing thing, right? Like the performance, the prestige.
This one got me.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay, I'm on Team Slaanesh. They stole a bunch of elf souls. And they're demons and they want to destroy the whole world, but it really sounds like
they're great.
I'm in the age of chaos and no one's answering their goddamn phones. Can I join the circus? If I join Slaanesh, can I join the circus?
The trick to being like a Slaanesh aligned mortal, and this is again, all the Chaos Gods corrupt the thing that they oversee, right? Yeah. The catch to being a Slaanesh associated mortal is originally, like out the gate, it'll be great. Like genuinely.
Oh, I'm sure.
People turn to Slaanesh because either they are already at like the height of like the rich and famous turn to Slaanesh because they've experienced everything, they need something new. The destitute turn to Slaanesh because they've never a person who grew up on the street, never knowing the comforts of even like a warm bed, being offered riches and glory, like
that would get you.
It's an easy offer. But the deviousness to it is that eventually the good feeling fades.
That dopamine.
Yeah.
Your brain, like the mortal brain, literally becomes immune to it.
Yeah.
That's what happens with drug use.
Yeah. And you seek out new things to try and light that fire again, and you quickly run out of them because Slaanesh just gives them to you. And you reach a point where you are like a Slaaneshi cultist who is running naked into a battle because the sword strokes and broken bones will be the first thing you've felt in months.
Yeah.
You are eating...
That's less fun.
Yeah. You're eating mushrooms you find on a cave floor and
just to see what happens.
Drinking the like industrial runoff from a dwarven city because cake and wine doesn't satisfy anymore. Nothing makes your brain light up like it used to, and that's just what it means to be a mortal dedicated to Slaanesh. Never having enough. Yeah,
that's right. The good times are less.
I was gonna say it's bad.
I'll just start my own circus.
You can just hang out with the Keeper of Secrets. Yeah, they're great. Keepers of Secrets love to, when they arrive to a fight, just like enter it solo at first, like literally hold up a hand and be like, no, I'll start this one, and just try and give like a grandiose performance, only calling in the rest of the army when they get bored, basically, or when their performance is done and it's just cleaning up the whatever's left.
So at this time, if they're getting mortals to side with Slaanesh, but Slaanesh is in chains,
yes,
how is that working out for them?
It's complicated, because mortals can draw on Slaanesh's power. It just comes from Ulgu. They can't figure out where it's coming from.
Yeah.
And they basically enter into, instead of entering into contacts directly with Slaanesh, they enter into contacts with Slaanesh's demons.
Okay.
That's part of what empowers like the pretenders. A lot of the pretender aligned demons are keepers of secrets, wanting to like ascend to the throne of Slaanesh.
That looks like someone who thinks they're going to be the next big bad of the show.
And they'll just have their like legion of mortal followers that they've enraptured into like supporting their cause, basically.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Let's get on to some like named characters. We talked about the general.
Oh, look at this guy.
We talked about the general like demons of Slaanesh and stuff. Let's talk about some people with some names, some notable characters. Let's talk about Glutos or Scolian.
Sure, man.
Yeah.
Okay. This dude's got some tentacles.
He do.
Not where you think.
No. Glutos is mortal.
He gives me some big Jabba the Hutt's nephew vibes.
He's 100% got that vibe. Glutos is a mortal man. During the Age of Myth, he was the son of a failed Hyshian merchant.
Oh, okay.
His family was starving, and in an act of desperation, he broke into a Lumineth grain store, grain storage.
Yeah.
But he was so overcome with like starvation that he didn't take the grain like back to other people. He just ate most of it.
Ate grain?
Yeah.
Just grain?
Yeah.
Okay. Overcome with starvation.
Yeah.
No judgment.
People get weird when they're starving.
Yeah.
That grain was already like earmarked by a Slaaneshi cult working within the city to be delivered to a demon. And that demon saw Glutos like steal his grain and cursed him. That only horrifying, like mortally bad foods could sate him.
Oof!
Mm-hmm.
You're talking like cannibalism or like...
Yeah, unfortunately.
Oh, okay.
Another content warning there for everybody. Also, deeply uncomfortable Dalton subject, so we're not going to spend a ton of time on Glutos. But,
totally. Okay.
Glutos spent every single last coin in his possession trying to like sample all the foods he could get at the market. Proceeds made from like stealing and just like thieving food off of stalls and stuff. Literally still starving to death after eating entire full course meals because that's the curse placed upon him until he came across the body in an alley.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
Alley?
Mm-hmm.
On Hysh?
Mm-hmm. This was coming up on the end of the Age of Myth when the Lumineth were getting into full civil war mode.
Okay, that makes more sense. I feel like if this was a different like chaos god, a mortal dude rolling up and doing the exact thing that is their jam, they would just be like, holy shit, you are my new favorite. Let me give you a bunch of demon powers. Let's roll. But with it being Slaanesh and them having that, like, I am the best of the best, of course they would be like, how dare you steal from me?
Yeah.
Not, okay, let's run it. Like, let's see how bad do you want it? Like, let me give you some powers. That's going to be a lot of fun.
He does that. And the demon who cursed him, a demon named Lothshar, because again, Slaanesh is wrapped up.
Yep.
Lothshar shows up and says, hey, like, you did it. I thought you were just going to starve to death.
Okay, so now we get to the part where we're like,
yes,
all right,
I was gonna say, he's like, oh, you actually did it? Like, cool. You can, like, roll with my...
Now you can roll with... Welcome to my entourage.
Yep. And Glutos, like, fully leans in. His life wasn't exactly going great before now. And he's like, okay. Like, he becomes the Slaanesh's personal gourmand.
What does that mean? In this context?
Basically just that he's a weird freak cannibal that makes a big effort to, like, try and intellectualize it, basically. Right? Acting like a real professional chef as he does his, like, depraved, horrible... Gross. Yeah, right? Anyways, that's all we're going to talk about. That's all we're going to talk about Glutos, because uncomfortable. He's got a wonderful model where he's like being carried on a palanquin, and there's like a bunch of attendants around him. Like,
that's cool.
Yeah, it's a very good model. He's got a bit of a cult following because his model's so good.
That'll be, yeah.
If you flip to the next person,
I wanted to stop looking at him.
I love him.
This guy!
I love him terribly. He's the worst.
You don't have to tell me. Why are his thighs out?
Oh, don't worry, we're gonna get to it.
Oh, really?
Okay. This is Sigvald, Prince of Slaanesh.
Sigvald, you say?
Mm-hmm.
Really channeling some iconography here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Sigvald is from the world that was. He was Slaanesh's greatest mortal champion in the world that was. Yeah. Born to like a Cornate tribe in Norska, worshippers of corn. He was kicked out of his tribe. He was exiled by his father.
Do we know why?
He basically wasn't like brutal enough.
Oh man!
He wanted to find like perfection in like violence, and his dad was a Cornate berserker, so he just wanted blood for the blood god.
Oh, right. And you're telling me the queers are really into Slaanesh.
I was gonna say, yeah, right, yeah. Tell me about it. Disappointed his dad by not being
not
big
being
and strong enough. Yeah, 100%. Listen, Sigvald's a monster, but we love him.
We can have our problematic faves.
Yes,
it's fiction.
Big Scar vibes. So he gets exiled. He kind of starts his own like war band. He seizes a castle. He raids neighboring provinces, doing that like Chaos Norscan kind of thing. But instead of turning it all into booze and like more pelts for the tent or whatever, indulges in the finer things in life. Decks it out in banners and art and fine wines. Gets only the greatest like duelists and swordsmen to join his entourage. Really leans into that perfection side of Slaanesh, catching Slaanesh's eye and becoming like formally Slaanesh's champion.
Cool. Okay.
Sigvald is
great hair,
right? Oh, he's.
he only is washing it in cold water.
Correct.
And he is not using shampoo with parabens or even scents in it.
Sigvald is obsessed with his image. He is our.
He's decked out in golden armor, so I'm
yes.
not surprised. Tell me why his thighs are out.
We're getting there. Sigvald is unquestionably the greatest duelist in existence. Cool. Period. In a one-on-one sword fight, he wins. Period. When the end times came, he marched in the armies of the Everchosen. He marched with Archaon to destroy the world at Slaanesh's behest, and he was really good at it.
In the last episode, I was like, who the fuck is the Everchosen?
Yeah.
It's because it sounds a lot like the Everqueen, and I was like, what is going on here? So that's, to explain like with Darian, that's super important. How could you forget?
You're fine.
And I'm like, oh, okay.
You're fine.
One, I'm not taking notes. Two, I definitely was like baffled because I'm like, wait, I know there's an Everqueen. Where'd this person?
We were just talking about Alariel. Yeah, you're good.
Okay.
Archaon destroyed the world.
Yes.
Had people at his back when he did it.
As a horse.
Yeah.
Not the same horse.
The Glotkin and the Magath Lords also marched alongside Archaon. Right. It was let's get everybody together to do chaos, like brigade.
Yeah. Listen, it's the end of the world as we know it.
100%. During the end times, though, Sigvald actually fell out of favor with Slaanesh.
Oh, what?
Yeah. A lot of Slaanesh's favoritism was riding on Sigvald being the best.
Okay.
He never lost a fight. He only indulged in the finest things in life. And during the end times, he ran up against conflict of actually a servant of Nagash.
Oh.
Because Nagash was kind of on the side of saving the world, right?
Yeah.
Nagash is always and exclusively on his own side.
Yeah.
But in the moment, that meant stopping chaos.
Yeah, would prefer this not to break bad for me. I've got plans.
Yeah. Nagash had a favored white, basically a reanimated skeleton that retains its personality. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. He was this like ancient Norscan warlord named Krell.
There you go.
And Nagash likes him. He's good at his job and he's reliable. Sigvald...
Employee of the month, 12 months in a row.
Yeah, absolutely. Sigvald fought Krell during the end times and destroyed his body.
As you would.
Which, like, can't undo that. Can't bring him back.
Can't unring that bell.
Yeah, permanently.
Yeah, even for our necromancer.
Yeah.
Not a god yet, but pretty goddamn close.
Pretty close during the end times, yeah. Krell, totally, completely dead. Which Nagash was pretty pissed about. But
he broke his favorite toy.
Yeah. Unrelated to fighting Krell, a little bit earlier, one of the other allies of the episode's not about him, so I'm going to put a limit on myself so I don't talk about him for a long time. One of the other allies of the Everchosen was a troll named Throg.
Okay.
Who I love
great troll
terribly.
Okay.
Yeah. He is Throg the Troll King.
Troll King!
Through some quirk of nature, he was the only troll in the old world who possessed like of a human level intelligence.
Oh.
And he was so mad that he was the only troll of a human level intelligence.
That would be very frustrating to be surrounded by people who just literally can't keep up with you.
Yeah. His great, like, he sided with the Chaos Gods because he wanted them to imbue other trolls with intelligence. Oh. His great kind of thing that he's known for is this big speech he gives where he says, you can say that you're building up walls to support people and protect them and whatever, and I am siding with my people. I refuse to be the only mind in a race of monsters.
Interesting.
Right? Mm-hmm. And, like, he's still bad. He's still sided with chaos, but you get it, right? Yeah. I love Throg. Anyways, Throg and Sigvald had a spat before Sigvald's fight with Krell. They challenged each other to single combat. Sigvald won. And he injured Throg and disrespected him and just like spat on him basically and was like, I've got bigger things to do than dealing with some horribly ugly beast. Yeah. Yep. Mm-hmm. And Throg nursed that resentment during Sigvald's fight with Krell. It was close enough that Sigvald actually like permanently damaged his hands in the fight. Ooh. He had to like bash Krell's skull apart with the hilt of his sword and it like broke his hands. And while he was like kneeling in the snow, mourning his own perfection because his hands were broken, Throg hit him in the head with his hammer.
Just came in behind him and whack!
Yep, just put him down.
Yeah. I can see why Slaanesh would be pretty pissed.
Yeah, as you got bested by the Troll King? Mm-hmm. Get out of my fucking house. Yeah.
I threw him out of the house again.
Yeah. But yeah, Throg, also, Slaanesh didn't take it lying down when Throg died. Slaanesh rended Throg's soul into pieces. So Throg's totally and truly dead, which is kind of sad because I like him. So Sigvald gets like disowned by Slaanesh, basically. His soul protected enough by Slaanesh that it didn't get like joined with the like soul soup that reborn all the other humans. Yeah, just like living or existing to like wander aimlessly. Yeah, but not reclaimed by Slaanesh, not protected like the Magath Lords and stuff were by Nurgle. And the person who eventually found Sigvald's soul was Nagash. Sigvald's soul eventually just found its way to Shyish, like every other like loose soul does. Yeah, and Nagash saw it and recognized it and immediately just like took him and trapped him in a mirror. And it was just like, that's for killing my favorite skeleton, and then threw that mirror just into the sands of Shyish, like buried it so no one could ever find it.
That's great. Okay, but like, I don't like Nagash even about, but even as a like I like Slaanesh as like, villain archetype for sure. I don't even like Nagash. Yes. Yeah. Like that? Like even a little bit? I really fucking don't care for this dude. I could, I prefer if he wasn't in the narrative, kind of. I don't care for this dude, but that, he just earned a spot in the narrative.
Oh, absolutely. So good. So good.
He's like, fucking you in the mirror, into the sands.
Sigvald's like essence seeps into the mirror, eventually turning it into like a cursed artifact as his soul is trapped in it. The sands of Shyish eventually like surface it.
Some sands want to do.
Yeah, absolutely. Some Caradron prospectors find it, the like dwarf capitalists.
Yeah.
And they are so taken by it that they just like a couple of people of the crew steal it and they run off into the sands and they just like look at themselves in it until they starve to death.
Okay, Narcissus.
Yeah, I mean completely possessed by Sigvald's own like complete self-obsession.
Yeah.
Once Slaaneshi demons break into the realms, those dwarves take it to Ulgu to like hide it.
Yeah.
And once Slaaneshi demons break into the realms, they find the mirror, and Sigvald is able to taunt them through the mirror into breaking it.
Nice.
He reemerges, having regathered some of his strength by like feeding off of the self-obsession of the dwarves, and just like Slaaneshi magic is in the air.
Excellent.
And he reemerges with the horns. He didn't have those before.
That tracks. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, why are his thighs out?
His thighs are out because he has the best model in Age of Sigmar. Sigvald only recently got him. Well, it was like 2 years ago, but it's recent in the Warhammer timeline. Yeah. Only recently got his like new Age of Sigmar model from when he got released from the mirror. He has a shield that is a mirror on the inside, so he can look at himself while he's fighting, because of course he does. Yep. And he is wearing assless plate mail.
This man has assless chaps on?
Yes, and he has assless chaps plate mail. I looked so hard for like a picture of the model that had his whole ass out, because it is, but there just aren't any online I could find. I've seen the model in real life, which is the only reason I know. Yeah,
you know this isn't just some urban legend.
No, yep. Y'all can't see Darren right now, but she is laned completely over.
When I first pointed it out, I was just for sure you'd be like, yeah, just character design. Like, I wasn't. And then I asked again, we'll get there. And then I asked again, and I asked 3 times. And Slaanesh delivered.
Sigvald in his assless plate mail is the best model in Age of Sigmar, don't get at me. It's so funny. It's such like a small decision, like design decision, that tells us so much about who he is as a human being. Like, because Sigvald thinks himself perfect. He thinks his body is perfect, and he wants to put it on display.
Just this perfect area.
Yeah,
you're not Nightwing. Like, let's tone it down a second.
God. He's so funny. The first thing he does once he's set free from the mirror is start killing trolls. He literally just is like, I'm free. You're all like under my command now. Let's go find some trolls. And then he does.
But that guy that killed you is dead.
Hyper dead. Yep.
You don't have to do that.
He's nothing if not petty. We love that for him.
Bet. Absolutely. It's so wild. Incredible.
We're so over time in this episode, but I figured we would be, because Slaanesh is just
a lot.
Excellent.
Well, excess. It would be odd if this was our shortest
absolutely. Episode. It's got to be our longest episode.
Yeah.
That's. I'm not holding us to that.
Ooh, this is
I was gonna say, I'm very excited to talk about Shalaxi. Yeah.
They're fighting a Balrog.
They are. Shalaxi is a keeper of secrets. They are an extremely powerful keeper of secrets. They were handcrafted by Slaanesh.
That's cool.
Not just a manifestation of Slaanesh's power. Mm-hmm. They were handcrafted by Slaanesh to hunt other greater demons.
Nice.
Yep. Shalaxi Hellbane is their full name. It's so good. Also, I'm going to get out ahead of it. Shalaxi and the 2 next demon characters we're going to talk about are explicitly non-binary. They use they, them in all of their profiles and stuff. And yeah.
They, them. Perfect. Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Slaaneshi demons have a habit of being like labeled feminine because people. Yeah. And I just want to get out ahead of it and make it clear that even in like British gaming company Warhammer's own lore, Shalaxi and the next 2 we're going to talk about are non-binary.
This is canon. This is explicitly the lore.
Yes. Shalaxi is Slaanesh's personal demon hunter. Shalaxi specifically is extremely good at hunting bloodthirsters because Slaanesh is Khorne's rival, right?
Yeah.
Khorne is direct. Khorne wants one thing and doesn't care how you get it. Slaanesh wants to play with it, wants to lead you on.
Wants all the things.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm trying to figure out the tail.
That is their whip.
Thank you. That does make more sense for the motion.
I think it's actually the Bloodthirster's whip, because I don't think Shalaxi fights with a whip.
I was trying to... Okay.
I think Shalaxi has wrapped the Bloodthirster's own whip around its leg.
And around its wrist, too.
Yeah, which would track with Shalaxi. Again, they're the greatest demon hunter of Slaanesh. Yeah.
I like that very much. Okay.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Shalaxi's senses are, like, cross-tuned. So Shalaxi can smell magic in the air. They can see fear coming off of a person. They can taste cowardice. Nice. And they can hear like a person's soul leave their body.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
What does that sound like, Shalaxi?
Bad, I'm assuming, or good, because Slaanesh demons.
Depends on how they die.
Yes. Shalaxi always hunts their prey relentlessly, but never kills them unknowingly. They will hunt a target to the ends of the earth and then challenge them to a duel.
This because is face-to-face. We're not going to stab you. We're not going to come up behind you and bash you in with a hammer.
Yeah, it's got to be a performance.
I want you to know you were beaten.
Yes. Shalaxi is extremely good at fighting bloodthirsters, like I said. That's what they get the most practice against, because Slaanesh and Khorne are in rivalry. They have fought Skarbrand, the bloodthirster that tried to betray Khorne.
And failed.
Yes. They have fought Skarbrand to a draw twice. That 3rd time, they'll get him. Who knows? Realistically, if they do fight a 3rd time, it'll be another draw, because Games Workshop sells both their models.
You don't want to stop doing that.
Right.
I don't know, you can bring Skarbrand back as a skeleton.
Yeah, you can do something about it. And I say that, but there are characters who are like canonically dead, whose models you can still play and stuff. That's cheating, but like one of Nagash's lieutenants got thrown off of the edge of Hysh, just into the etheric void, and you can still play him. So
cool.
Yeah. But that's Shalaxi. Shalaxi's not like particularly complex. They just have a great vibe.
Yeah,
like,
I like that. That's really neat.
The head demon hunter of Slaanesh.
The head demon hunter.
Yeah. The next two are great. I love them terribly.
Okay, I like.
Right? That is Sinessa on the left. Sinessa, the voice of Slaanesh. And Dexessa, the talon of Slaanesh.
Very good.
Right.
I love a title.
Right. They are twins. They are collectively referred to as the twins of Slaanesh.
Yep. Got like a peacock thing going on?
A little bit.
Wings?
They are wings. This is gonna get weird.
Oh, well, I mean, to be fair, they're already weird.
Correct. It's gonna get weirder.
Okay.
And I have a suspicion of what's gonna happen in the next couple of minutes, but I'm gonna go with it.
Okay.
So, the twins were born of an entity called the Newborn, which was just this kind of writhing soul mass that split off from Slaanesh.
Okay. When?
After the Age of Chaos.
Oh.
Yeah, so they're a little bit they're a little bit in the timeline. They were not around in the old world. They are new by demon standards for sure.
Still chained up?
Yes.
To this day, in the Age of Sigmar.
Yes.
Wild.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
I actually do want to touch on that for just a second.
Yeah.
There's some evidence that Slaanesh isn't really trapped.
And they're just choosing to hang out there? Interesting.
Slaanesh, listen, we've dodged the this is just a sex god allegations. Slaanesh engaging in a little bit of power play with the elven gods is absolutely in their domain.
So funny.
I believe Slaanesh was genuinely trapped for probably most of the Age of Myth going into the Age of Chaos.
Yeah.
I think it's been long enough that they could probably leave if they wanted to.
Yeah.
Because
Marathi was like, those are going to break eventually. And eventually has come and gone.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I like that a lot. I think it's it's
so
very
funny.
Slaanesh.
And now, here's the thing. Now we have reached the point of excess of being trapped. Now we've got exactly the longer I'm here, the more I am.
And if a keeper of secrets loves hitting you with the glamour and then the prestige of like, I'm a big crab monster.
Oh yeah, just waiting
imagine
just the right moment to just
everything else has been brought back under
snap.
control. Tyrion and Teclis have driven the demons out of their realm. Marathi and Malarian have reestablished control of Ulgu, and then what happens?
Just crack.
Yep.
Yeah, probably that.
Yeah.
Probably that. That totally tracks.
It's very good. I like Slaanesh has got
and they're coming
stuff
from
going.
Marathi first.
Yeah, oh, first, always.
Yeah.
So the Newborn was just this arcano demon magic thing that split off from Slaanesh. It landed in Ulgu.
Okay.
And it just like incubated.
In Ulgish.
Ulgish, yeah.
Thank you. Okay.
And it incubated there until it like...
Did anyone notice?
Yes. Slaaneshi demons flocked to the site. It immediately became a no-go zone for like every mortal. Eventually it like manifested the twins.
So these are Slaanesh's kids?
Yes.
Okay.
Explicitly,
yeah.
Even more so than like greater demons or like,
just, like,
quote unquote.
crafted.
Yeah. These are explicitly Slaanesh's kids.
Yeah.
More than that, Slaanesh is not their only parent.
Dalton.
They have a mortal parentage. Okay. And I'm really sorry, but I'm not going to tell you who it is yet.
Oh no, the prestige! You're building a story again!
I was going to say, if you enjoyed our
Nagash reveal.
Niece sacrifice reveal. I think the secret of Sinessa and Dextessa's like mortal parentage is more interesting in that character's own story.
No, totally. That makes complete sense. And I think it's interesting because so very easily could have realized what was coming if I had asked more specific questions. And I think now that we have had the niece sacrifice reveal, I am more in like, but what about this? But what's this? And who's this? Now tell me more about that. Like, I'm a little bit more, my head's on a swivel. I don't mind knowing that the train's coming. I'll just hang out on the tracks until it hits me.
It's good. It's gonna be good. I will say it's probably gonna be in like the next 4 episodes, because we've got like 2 more Age of Chaos episodes, and then it's like the first thing I want to talk about after we get out of Age of Chaos, because it's very good. It's the second thing, because there's another thing I just like have to talk about, but it's coming. It's coming.
Okay, so this happens after the Age of Chaos.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So we're in the Age of Chaos, but we're just lining up all the demons and their stuff, and this is the one outlier.
Yeah.
But they are so important that they have to be talked about here.
Yeah, you can't not mention the twins when you're talking about, like, Slaanesh, basically, because they are hugely important. Mm-hmm. They are, we talked a little bit about, whatever the fuck his name was, from Nurgle, how he was, like, supposedly a half, like,
that guy.
Mortal demon. Mm-hmm. This is absolutely the only instance we've ever seen of half mortal, half chaos god. Uh-huh. And, like, put pin in that. It is, like, a genetic connection. Like, the twins are genetically half mortal.
Oh, gosh. Okay.
Yeah, it's gonna get real weird.
Okay.
But for now, we'll get to it. And actually, we'll record that episode before this one goes. I was gonna say before this one goes live.
Like, no one tell Darian.
I was gonna say no one say anything to Darian, but we'll have talked about it in real life before the episode comes out for sure. But yeah, talking about the twins. Sinessa is the voice of Slaanesh. They are an absolute master of manipulation, both mundane and supernatural. Mm-hmm. They love to disguise themselves as a mortal and sow chaos by pulling on mortal strings, like tempting them into doing things that they already wanted to do, but with disastrous consequence. Mm-hmm. They also do just have like a supernatural power of suggestion that they can use when times get rough, that they can use both on enemies and allies. Sinessa is one of Slaanesh's greatest commanders in the Age of Sigmar, and they are the absolute pinnacle of Slaaneshi demon, rivaled by only their twin sibling.
Of course!
I think both of them can't stand, because they want to be the best.
Yeah. Oh, man.
And they don't like each other's methods as well.
Ooh, that's interesting.
Yeah, because Sinessa, like I said, is master of manipulation. Yeah. They love pulling strings behind the scenes. But Dextessa, the talon of Slaanesh,
maybe a little bit more direct.
Yes, revels in the experiential aspect of that kind of performance thing that Keepers of Secrets do, where every single battle is an opportunity to put on the greatest show that you've ever performed. Dextessa lives... Yeah. Dextessa lives in that space, never not on a battlefield, basically just constantly playing out the greatest 18 million part play epic for Slaanesh, and loving every second of it. Thinks that Sinessa's approaches are cowardly. Does not like how they approach situations, does not think that they are experiencing life in the way that a demon of Slaanesh should, by being just knee deep in it, right? Like actually having those experiences for oneself.
Yeah.
I have in my notes an artist of cataclysmic power.
Oh, what a good, yeah.
Dextessa will go to battlefields completely alone and leave like perfect paintings in blood and ruins carved up into like dedications to Slaanesh. Nice. Sees their sibling as too passive and slow moving, not enjoying the thrills of life. And that's, like I said, they're relatively new in the narrative.
Do they have models?
They do have models.
Cool.
They have here's a fun, like, Warhammer the Physical Tabletop game fact. To save on, like, plastic production, many Warhammer model kits can be built in multiple ways. Oh. So Sinessa and Dextessa are the same model.
Oh, okay.
They just have different options in the, like, box, so you can build them as one or the other.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. It means you don't have to print 2 whole separate, like, kits.
You're like, I want both. You'll just buy both and make each.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
exactly.
Right.
Saves plastic in the long run, which is nice.
They're also, like, twins.
Yes.
They're very similar.
They're very similar.
Like, yeah, they're, like, slightly fraternal twins, but, like...
Yeah. It's complicated. They're half chaos god. It's gonna get... We have one less named Slaaneshi demon I want to talk about. I probably should have saved the twins for last, but... This
one's my favorite!
I kind of figured that might be the case, so I put them at the end.
Tell me all about them.
This is the mask.
Hello!
You can see their masks.
They have masks on a stick. They can flip it.
Yeah. if anyone, we talked about the band, Slaanesh's hypothetical band, and bringing in the Sloppity Bilepiper on transfer. Mm-hmm. If anyone is part of Slaanesh's great band, it's the Mask. Yeah. At one point, the Mask, there's a good chance that the Mask was Slaanesh's first demon, in the same way that Horticulus was Nurgle's. Uh-huh. The Mask was Slaanesh's personal favorite attendant. Mm-hmm. Literally like a court jester to Slaanesh, like trying to constantly entertain them and keep them like occupied and imbuing them with pleasure.
If the Sloppity Bilepiper rolled up and you're like, that looks like a medieval jester. This looks like a very a Renaissance era, like
absolutely
the art of clowning performer.
Absolutely, just always dancing and performing and putting on grand plays for Slaanesh in the Six Circles, way back in like prehistory, like old world times. Mm-hmm. After a particularly devastating campaign against Nurgle and Tzeentch, like Slaanesh goes to like back to the Six Circles. The Mask rolls up trying to do the song and dance, trying to raise Slaanesh's...
Cheer them up.
Yeah. Slaanesh just wasn't having it, wasn't in the right headspace, and is a cruel god. And Slaanesh basically took it like a bad, like, romantic partner, basically. Just like, oh, you want to, like... The quote is, found only mockery in the Mask's performance. Like, just couldn't handle that, like, joviality after such a devastating, like, military defeat. Mm-hmm. And told the Mask, if you want to perform so bad, then perform forever. The Mask cannot stop dancing. Cannot stop, like, performing, says all their lines and or says all their words in, like, Shakespearean rhythm. Like, literally just can't stop being in a performance.
Yes. Have to be on all the time.
Yep. The Mask can use their masks to look like anybody. They shapeshift, kind of akin to the Changeling we talked about in the Tzeentch episode, but where the Changeling shapeshifts to like cause havoc and like do pranks. The Mask shapeshifts to be all of the performers in their own like plays. The Mask will just find their way onto battlefields. Find their way onto battlefields to have a captive audience for their latest performance. They are deadly. They will take part in battles, but usually just to draw attention to themselves so that they can perform. Again, a little bit Scarbrand, where they're banished from the Six Circles. They can't be in the presence of Slaanesh because Slaanesh still hasn't gotten over it.
Yeah.
So just constantly seeking out a new audience, hoping that eventually they will someday give a grand enough performance to return to Slaanesh's favor.
Buddy.
Right. But I love the Mask.
They're very cool.
Everything, like, Slaanesh, terrible.
Yes.
Everything about Slaanesh, incredible.
Yes, terrible. Bad guys, entropy, destruction, wanton horror, addiction. Like,
yeah, absolutely.
But fiction, that's so good.
It's so good.
The
it's
vibes,
so good.
impeccable.
This is what happens when you queer code your villains so hard you make them cool.
Yeah. When you bring it around from homophobia to she ate.
Yep. But hey, 2 hours into this recording, that's our episode on Slaanesh. Talk about excess, why don't you? But I love talking about Slaanesh, but that is where we're going to have to leave off our discussion of Slaanesh so far. I've alluded to what the plans are in the coming up episodes, but I'll lay it out a little bit more for our viewers at home who are expectant. Next episode, we are going to talk about the fifth amongst four, the Great Horned Rat.
Fifth amongst four is very good.
It's so good, right?
Yeah, I'm excited for this guy.
Right, newly ascendant after the end of the world. He's a go-getter. We'll give him that, We'll talk about the Great Horned Rat and the Skaven, his mortal. The Great Horned Rat played a great prank. He did not make his followers demons. He made them mortal.
What a dick.
Right? Well, it means that they don't have to be like brought into the realms. They don't have to be like summoned.
Right, they can just roll up.
Yeah, they can just exist. Their lives are terrible, but they can still exist. After the Great Horned Rat, we're going to come back to our good buddy with the horse, Archaon.
Yeah!
Because he's making moves.
Everchild.
He's Everchosen.
Everchosen. That's the right way for that to say.
You're good. He, even here, is still the anointed Grand Marshal of the Apocalypse. And so he's got an apocalypse to do.
And he's got a specific beef with Sigmar.
Yes, yeah. And then that's going to like cap off the Age of Chaos. And the episode after that, we're going to circle back on Sigmar.
Ooh.
We're going to see what Sigmar specifically is doing now that kind of his initial plan with the Pantheon didn't work out.
Airport's Pantheon.
Yeah. What does Sigmar do to turn the tide, to tip the scales?
Like he does.
Yeah. Take us back out of the Age of Chaos into the Age of Sigmar. He does something big enough that he gets the age named after himself.
Yeah.
And then the episode after that, don't spoil it, viewers, we're going to talk about Sinessa and Dextessa's other parent. I'm wondering how much of a tantalization I should give. Yeah. We're going to talk about Dextessa and Sinessa's mom.
Oh, okay.
But all that is in the near future. That's where we're going to leave you, audience. Thank you once again for being here with us. I, as always, am your keeper of secrets, Dalton Montgomery.
And I'm Darren Smart. And I think tonight, maybe instead of going out to the pub with the boys, you should just stay in.
Have a wonderful evening.
Take care, everybody.